Hi everyone, hopefully you're doing well today. Today I'm going to be talking about the Wells Fargo Superchecks. And Superchecks basically are opportunities that Wells Fargo provide as the promotional rate to reduce or pay off some extra debt, and is to the limit of the card that you have. So the Wells Fargo Super checks, these are the checks. I got three, and you only get three. And well, for me, they only gave me three. I can't go back and get any more. Now, some features of the super checks: zero promo rate for 12 months. After that, it'll default to $28.94. I must use them by 8/31/26, and there's a 5% transaction fee per transaction. Okay, so again, it's the Wells Fargo Supercharge. They offered me the promotion. It just came into the mail, and looking at using it. So one of the things that I'm trying to do is the card that I have that they gave me the super checks on is 7,500. That's the limit. Right now, I have 1,300 in purchases at 0%. And also, I had transfer balances at 2,200, and that's at 0%. But if many of you, if you go back and watch the videos, I was at 7,400 and I think $94 on the card. But over the last 2 months, doing velocity banking and putting my entire paycheck into the card, at least one, I've done in May. Yes, in July, I put in one of my full paychecks of $1845.13, and then in July, if you've been following me, I dumped another $1,845.13 into it in July. So over the last 2 months, I put in $3,890.26 on the one card that I was trying to get down, and the balance was, I think, $7,494. All right. So the super checks that they sent me, and I don't know if you can see it, but this is just one made a copy of the super checks. So the super check that they sent me is good for 8/31/2006. So what I'm thinking about doing is paying down this entire balance here, and then that'll give me a $7,500 limit. So then what I do is write myself a check up to $7,500 and deposit it in my bank account, and it'll be cash, but it won't be considered a cash advance. I asked them over the phone. They said it wouldn't be a cash advance, and that's as of today, which is 7/21/2026. So it's not going to be a cash advance. But when I make this transaction, if I don't pay it off within the 12 months, and that'll be 8/31/2027, then it's going to default to $28.94. They also indicated that they will not go back to when I first started using it. It will start off where I'm at. So let me try to calculate what is 5% of that. Okay, so again, I'm going to pay down this $3,600 by 8/31, then write myself a check for up to the amount. There's a 5% charge, so 7,500 times 0.05. That's going to cost me $375 for a transfer fee. Minus 7,500. So I should be able to write myself a check for $7,100 and I'm gonna say $24. It says 25, but I'm gonna just say 24 to be on the safe side. So again, in general, right now, this is my first time ever hearing of Superchecks. They sent me 3 checks. That's all. So I can use it to pay off maybe like a car loan, parts of a student loan, virtually anything that I want to use the Supercheck for. Now, I also tried paying a part of my HELOC off with a debit and a Visa card. That did not go through, so I'm still trying to find out what was the issue and the challenge there. So you can Google Wells Fargo Supercheck. I got 3 checks. I'm going to use it to pay off or write myself a check for $7,124. Once I pay this off, these are 0%. I'm still chunking at least one of my paychecks every month. So I get paid bi-weekly $18.45.13, and I'm taking one of those checks to pay my household and then the other items, and a full check of $18.45. I'm chunking it at my debt weapon or debt tool. They're giving me to 8/31 to use the Superchecks, and after that, if I don't pay the balance off, the default rate will be $28.94, and it's not a cash advance. It's just me writing myself a check. If I had a car that I owe $6,000 for, I can basically take one of these checks, pay off the car, and then that loan will be in a 0% environment for at least 12 months. So also to recap, I got balances on 5 credit cards, but only one is only one has an 18% interest rate. And I have 4 cards at 0%. And I started this journey with 16 cards in 2020, late 2023, and got my HELOCs, lines of credit, working with clients and making personal loans to put them in the revolving line of credit and help them pay off some debt. So if you want to join the team, or you want some assistance with improving your credit, becoming an authorized user, or doing some other things and learning how to use a HELOC, credit cards, you got my contact number and phone. Just give me a call. Have a great day.